Welcome to Grim Academy. I'm your host, Scholar Felice, and if you haven't grabbed a snack or two yet, you might want to run it back and go ahead and grab a blanket too because, girl, our 5 contestants are gathered here today to take part in the quest for the Grim Reaper title. And if you hadn't caught on yet, the point of this is to get to the final promotion of the Grim Reaper's career and claim the title. In the first couple of episodes, it shall serve as an introduction for each of the participants, and it is imperative that you pick a side, because there are no rules in life or death. And I just would not be me if I didn't start with my personal fave, a girl from around the way whose whole life changed on one treacherous day. Isolde Fontanant wasn't always a serpent. Once, she was simply a woman searching for belonging. So once the Goth family offered her a place in their home, it felt like a new beginning and a chance to start over. But as Mortimer welcomed her with open arms, Isolde wasn't prepared for what or who would change her forever. With each passing day, Isolde grew closer to the family. The children adored her. She was their mentor. She was their friend. But over the course of late nights that turned into laughter and deep conversation, it was Bella who truly captured her heart. Moments began to feel impossibly perfect, and for the first time in years, Isolde felt alive. But as we all know, happiness built on lies is fragile. Before Isolde knew it, the world she'd grown to cherish crumbled beneath her feet. Bella, torn by guilt, chose loyalty to her husband over love with Isolde. As fragile as she had already been, Isolde shattered under the weight of betrayal. But in that devastation, a decision was made. If Bella couldn't be hers, she wouldn't be anyone's. It was love that made her vulnerable, but love would also be her rebirth. From that day forward, she shed her innocence and embraced something far more dangerous. No longer a lover, she became the serpent, venomous, untouchable, and unyielding. You know what they say, y'all. Be careful who you love. This pretty face was pretty vicious with her love, so I hope that love never finds you. But anyway, let's take a look at Miss Fontanant. Okay, so hailing all the way from Willow Creek, 27-year-old Isolde embodies like Morticia mixed with a sprinkle of Jessica Rabbit. Like, do y'all agree? Because I really put in my time and effort to make my girl give what needs to be gave. And I think that's why she's my personal fave, because I can relate to the glam. Okay. Like, I can't relate to the psychotics or nothing, but she's definitely giving face, body. She's dressing to the gods. Like, get into it. But you know what? I know she a little crazy, but I know it's some girlies out there who's going to live for Isolde. So anyway, let's get into a little bit of her simology and skills or whatnot. As y'all can see, my girl is very, very sad because she's in mourning, you know? This death of Bella took place recently, okay? So anything that we see with the characters, I kind of wanted it to give this all happened suddenly, okay? This is not something that happened months ago. They've gotten over it. No, they have just went through the transformation. If anything, it's been like a month. And you know how grief is. You can pretend like you're all good with it in the beginning, but it's gonna pop up on you out of nowhere and boom. And now you in mourning from witnessing a death of a loved one. But anyway, back to my girl Simology. So, a few of her traits are ambitious, she's mean, vain, seductive. And y'all, also one thing that I loved while playing with Isolde, she actually found out that she was a goofball while she was being a nanny for the Goth family. So this personal trait right here came from, well, not this personal trait, y'all, but this specific trait came from her being around the children. So, as y'all can tell, pretty much her traits developed over time. So, she wasn't always mean, but look, she went through heartbreak, she went through pain, and obviously, she had to have a little bit of meanness in her to pour some poison into her quote unquote true love's food, okay? But anyway, we're not gonna mind that it says wealthy because one thing that I wanted to incorporate into this gameplay with the challenge, this is going to keep growing. So when the other three members join the household, they will also bring money into the household from their lifestyles. I don't know how much we're going to end up with, but what I do know is that is going to be the grand prize money. Okay. So you're either going to walk away as a millionaire, close to a millionaire, wherever we get to, or you're going to walk away broke or dead. But anyway, this is also a mod I have. So Isolde does not believe in the occult, which is so crazy to me because I was actually planning on making her a witch or like at least indulging in witch activities. Oh my God, is there a haunting happening? Oh my gosh, y'all, it's the first freaking episode. Look how dark my sis room's got. She's breathing. Girl, and she's posed at that. Look at this. This is happening live from the Grim Academy on the first day. Like, oh no, y'all, life and death is giving. Life and death is giving us what it needs to give. Okay, so first of all, we have a scared sentiment. It says darkness calls from hallowed grounds darkness event. Why did the lights just go out? What happened? I'm scared. Does anybody else feel that? It's cold and death is here. Oh my God. First of all, hold on. You scared, but you giving face. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, you ate that. Hold on. Okay. Back to me trying to explain her traits and whatnot. While this is happening live at the Grim Academy, we're just going to have to ignore it because I'm not done telling y'all about her. So, anyway, y'all, she is dastardly, and that's because I decided for her she was going to go with a deviance aspiration, which hers is villain. Girl, I can't talk today. Villainous Valentine. So yeah, she's wanting to get caught cheating. She's wanting to achieve the X status, and she's wanting to break up couples. So she's just really wanting to be very mean girl. Okay, and as you can imagine, it pretty much stems from her love for Bella. And then there's really not much else to discuss with her. She's had a few milestones, but I wanted it to kind of be fresh. I didn't really play with them too much because I wanted to get these milestones over time, or like I wanted us to play together so I can see who you guys are enjoying, who y'all rooting for, who y'all wanting to, you know, KO and kind of just leave the Grim Academy. So yeah, she's gotten drunk before. She's made her self discovery about being a goofball. As y'all can see, she fell in love with Bella. Like my girl, she's been not really that much in the game. She's still just a very young adult, like very young, a very young 27-year-old teenager. Okay. Okay, I almost got sidetracked and forgot this one important thing, but I also wanted each player to have like a strong suit. And what I mean by that is like they have one skill that is like better than anybody else in that skill, if that makes sense. Like she's gonna be a level 9 in charisma. So that is her highest skill. She also has a comedy skill, a cooking skill, logic, and mischief. The rest of these really don't really matter that much. She does have piano because my girl obviously loves music or something. She has a parenting skill from being a nanny for a little while, romance, and a little sexpertise. But the most important one for her is the charisma because I just feel like it went with her personality. So she's going to be ahead of everybody when it comes to charisma. That's going to be her strong suit. Maybe it'll work out for her in the challenge, maybe it won't. So I just wanted to throw that in there that each of them are going to have like their strong suits and their weakness. I guess in her case, her weakness would be anything that she doesn't have, but from what she does have, it would be her logic since it's one. Because I would imagine to win a challenge or to become the first Grim Reaper, you would need to have some logic. Which reminds me, we do have to join a job, and I will explain that after we meet our next contestants. But before we leave Isolde, I do want to give y'all a tour of the room that she's chosen. So, I would have liked to do this with the lights on, obviously, but since we are being haunted at this moment, I guess I'll do it this way. So, as y'all know, they're staying at the Ravenwood estate, and I think I'm gonna give y'all a full tour of the whole estate, maybe next episode. That way, we can like focus on these characters for the first few moments of for the first episode. Okay, but anyway, yeah, so they're staying at the Ravenwood estate, and I didn't really do too much like in their rooms. I kind of just personalized it a little bit. So she brought her little Louis Vuitton bags with her. Y'all, this is why I said I wanted her to get into like some witchy teens. Like as a villainous Valentine, I would assume that she gets into those things. Like she really is your arch enemy that you fall in love with, okay? Very seductive serpent. She does have her makeup and some pads and stuff here because y'all know how the Wicked Whims be doing. And then over here, I just wanted to like kind of give her room some personality. So we have her some glasses, some like skincare and stuff, perfumes, creams, and all that. So yeah, she has a little bit of personality. And then over here, each of the players have their own bathrooms. Not really too much going on in the bathrooms, but yeah, still wanted to give it just a little bit of personality. So she does have her like bathroom essentials over here, and then a little robe hanging up. So that is all for Miss Isolde. You guys know her background. You guys know where she's coming from. How do we feel about Isolde? Know what you're thinking. I am absolutely crazy for saying that Isolde is one of my personal faves. But girl, when I tell you that Isolde don't have nothing on our next contestant. Now this next cat story, it's a little erratic. Ryder Peterson never really had a place in the world. Born in the streets of CU Dad in a Marauder, he grew up alone. So he learned to survive alone. But one thing he always knew how to do, laugh to keep from crying. You see, Ryder had a knack for jokes. He always did. One day, some suit with a briefcase spotted him and thought he struck gold. Signed him up to perform nights at his club. But like most things in Ryder's life, it wasn't working out too well. One night in particular, there was a heckler. And you know, Ryder, he ain't take too kindly to all the laughing being at him instead of with him. Ryder learned growing up that this world is cruel and people will laugh at you for anything. But you see, this day in particular, he was done with that shit. So that same night, something inside Ryder snapped. Or maybe it had been broken all along. Now, to keep it all the way real with y'all, we don't really know if it's his first time for this serious of a crime, but what we do know is this motherfucker right here is out of his mind, okay? Now, Ryder Peterson is 26 years old and he is straight from the streets of Ciudad Enamorada. As y'all know, I've given each contestant a nickname or something that I feel like goes with their personality, and he is known as the Mad Hatter. Now, if you cannot tell, he was definitely inspired by the Joker because he might be fine, but this man is crazy, okay? He is very much erratic, okay? So honestly, with Ryder, I was definitely inspired by the Joker, but I didn't want his nickname to be the Joker because I just felt like that was just cliche. Like he already has purple hair. I know it's the opposite, but still, like he already looks so much similar to the Joker that I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go with the Mad Hatter because he's also very erratic. If you look at his traits, erratic is the first trait that comes up. And based on his background, I really just wanted it to feel like he came from a place of loneliness. He came from a place of being alone like all his life and learning how to survive by himself and just really getting himself through that by being funny and charming. So he has erratic, charming, mischievous. He also does not believe in the occult. I don't know how they still have that they don't believe in the occult when the whole lights just turned out. Like the whole lights was just out. But anyway, he also has dastardly because his aspiration is to be the chief of mischief. So he wants to perform mean or mischievous interactions and also be disliked. We don't have anything in a soul's journey for him or Isolde yet. And again, it's because I really just want to play this out with you guys. And I haven't really played with Life or Death yet. So I don't even know how that works. I don't know how anything in Life or Death works. So we're pretty much just going to be testing this out together. Other than that, let's see. Okay, well, yeah, he smokes tobacco, as y'all seen. No, y'all probably didn't see. I don't think I had him smoke at all in the beginning of the Well, in his introduction, I don't think I had him smoke at all, but he does smoke tobacco. He already has like some sort of a bad reputation, but it's still neutral. Other than that, we haven't had any lifestyles or milestones or anything yet for Ryder, because I really didn't play him out too much. I just kind of gave him a little bit of a start. He was working in the comedy um career, but when they got chosen to be on Grim Academy, they had to quit their job because what they're going to have to do is become a part of the Grim Reaper's job or whatever. So I don't know why we're not able to get a career, but we're going to do that together. So anyway, yeah, I think that's all for his symbology. Nothing too major besides just y'all. He is erratic. Like if he was not posed right now, he would probably be talking to himself or doing something crazy. He was obviously playing the guitar a little while ago, and I guess he was drinking before this introduction. However, I think for his strong suits, let me see. Let me check notes real quick on him and see what his highest skill is going to be. I think I want his highest skill to be mischief, because I feel like it goes with his personality a lot, and he would have the advantage in mischief over anybody else because obviously he's out of his mind. I don't see mischief. Where is that at? Okay, so that was like actually doing the entire most, but as you can see now he has a 8. I love that he kind of has an advantage over Isolde, because if you read, it says mischief is mainly tied to social interactions and the voodoo doll, which she has in her room. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but I definitely have some ideas. Like I'm already plotting, and I love that for me. But anyway, I
Che,
told y'all
ah,
that Ryder was a little bit
Yuma,
off his rocker. Like
Daddy, Quips
obviously
drift
he's talking to
swing.
himself right now.
Hey,
It says he's talking to his friends, honey
Sabal
girl, ain't nobody
Haberly,
there.
down him
But
Yatterfelk, New Myth.
yeah, how we feel about Ryder? What do you guys think about his
Siwa,
background?
Oba,
Let me hear
Gulapo,
what you guys think in the comments,
Chabetaza.
okay?
Oh, Gumao.
Today was the beginning of a new era. I must say, I'm truly excited for this gameplay. And if you feel the same way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share for me because there's more on the way. Okay, and I'm just super excited to get into some teams. And I cannot wait for you guys to meet the next 3 contestants in our next episode.